In this lecture, we are going to learn about some basic data types in C. There are different data types that we can work with while programming, and different data types are represented and stored differently and processed differently. So let's see, these are some of the data types, basic data types available in C. The first one is the character data type, okay, character type, and it is represented using a keyword called as char, C-H-A-R in small letters. And this is nothing but a character is the characters that you see in your keyboard, some printable characters and some non-printable characters, and each character is represented using a single quote. Okay, this is how you represent a character. So if I want to represent a character A, I have to write A within single quote. Okay, similarly all characters are written like that using a single quote. Inside single quote, if I write 2, this becomes character 2 and not a number 2. Okay, there's a difference. Now if I want to write a character like for exclamation mark, I have to write a single quote like this. Okay, so it's a single character. Now this character can be used to represent a text or form a text, and later we can do the processing. Character occupies 1 byte space in the memory. So size of the character is 1 byte. So 1 byte is equivalent to 8 bits. Okay, so in the memory, each character will occupy 8 bits in the memory. So this is about the character. Now let's move on to the integer, the second one. Integer is nothing but it is a number. It can be a positive number as well as negative number or negative number. Okay, now integer can be represented using the data type int in small letters like this. Okay, this is how we actually represent integer in C, and some of the examples are 3, -32, 1983, all these are integers, positive and negative numbers. Even 0 is an integer. Integer can take either 2 or 4 bytes in the memory. Okay, so integer can take either 2 bytes or 4 bytes depending upon which system you are working on. On a different hardware architecture, it can take a different size, but most of the modern day computers are having integer of size 4 bytes. Okay, 4 bytes meaning 32 bits. So 32 bit long integer is there. Okay, now let's talk about the third one, that is a number, floating point number. It is a number that is having a decimal point and decimal value like 13.3, 16.9 and all those floating point numbers. There are two variations of it. The first one is called as float and the other one is called as double. Now the difference between float and double is with the precision. Okay, float is capable of storing a number that is up to 6 decimal places. Okay, up to 6 decimal places after the decimal point, and double up to 15 decimal places after a decimal point. So double is having more capacity in terms of storing a number. It can store a very large number or a very small number with 15 decimal precision. Now example can be 13.61289 and 42.1234567 and so on up to 15 decimal places it will work with. Okay, now talking about the size of float. Now float is 4 bytes, it will occupy 4 bytes in the memory. Okay, and double is double the size of float. Okay, it will occupy 8 bytes in the memory. These are some of the basic data types that we will be working with. Now before we write a computer program to demonstrate the working of basic data types, let's talk about the format specifier for each of these data types. For integer, we have already discussed it is %d. Okay, format specifier for representing integer is %d, and we have also noted down it is %f. Both of these we have seen in our previous lecture. Now for character it is %c, c stands for character, and for double it is %lf, small l, small f. Now these are the format specifier for these data types. Okay, so now let's write a computer program to see how these data types work. So I've already created one program called as dtypes.c. Its structure is ready. I have not written down my code here. Okay, the main function is ready. So first of all, let's create 4 variables. First one is a character variable. Let's name it as A. Next is an integer variable. Let's name it as B. Third one is a float variable, float space C. Fourth one is a double variable, so I give double. These are the keywords that we have to use. Double space D, name of the variable. Okay, so let's try to store some values here. Let's say A is having the variable B. Okay, capital B, and then I give a semicolon. B is having a number, let's say minus 345, which is a negative number, and C is a floating point number, let's say it is 12.9879, and D can be a double, okay, it's a double precision number. Now let me write a simple number here, 123.89765,789. Okay, so this is how you write it down. Now let's try to display these numbers, okay, and even the character. Okay, so I'll write printf character A is equals to, how do I display the character? What is the format specifier? We have already noted down. For character it is %C. So if I want to print a character, give %C, and then I give the character name of the character variable A. A is the name of the variable, and similarly I'll just copy this. Okay, so I need to print it here, here. This is for character A, integer B, it's float C, and double D. These are 4 variables that I've already created. So format specifier for integer is D, %D, and the name of the variable is B, because B is the integer variable name. Format specifier for float is %F, and the variable name is C, and for double it is %LF, and the variable name is D. That's all. Okay, let's try to run this. Compile this first. dtype.c. There's a warning, incompatible print. Okay, so because it couldn't identify my printf, because the reason is it's giving me the warning I have not included the header file stdio.h. okay, so this error message and warnings are very important for us, so I need to include the header file stdio.h because I'm using this printf function. Okay, clear this terminal screen and compile it again. Okay, and then now there is no error, a.exe, and now you see character A is B. Okay, so it will not print single quote while printing it. Okay, while displaying it, single quote is not there. B is minus 345. C is, you look at C. C is 1 to 12.879000. It is up to 6 decimal places after decimal, right? And double is also displayed up to 6 decimal places. By default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so by default it is displayed up to 6 decimal places, but internally it will store and represent up to 15 decimal places. Okay, you can actually print it more than 6 decimal places for this. So I have actually how many decimal places here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decimal places in this double. So I'll write, after percentage I'll write 0.8. So 0.8 meaning, so we'll talk about these things in our later lectures, but for now just understand that whenever I write 0.8, it means after decimal point I want to print 8 decimal values. Okay, so let's just save this and now compile it again. Okay, clear it and then run it, a.exe. Now you see it is displaying up to 8 decimal places and it works fine. Okay, it can go maximum up to 50 decimal places, and float can go maximum up to 6 decimal places. If you try to store something more than 6 decimal places in float, then you will get some unusual answer after 6 decimal places. Similarly, in double, if you try to store something more than 15 decimal places, then you will get some unusual answer after 15 decimal places. So let's try that with C. Let me write C is 12.123456789. Okay, so let me write this here. I have given 9 values after decimal point. So let's try to see what happens now. gcc dtypes.c .set a.exe, and now you see it is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and it's not working with anything more than this. But if I try to change it from 6 decimal places, because now I have 9 decimal places, right? Let's try to make this float up to 9 decimal places. So I'll add 0.9f. Okay, now let's see what is the output. Will it print 9 decimal places correctly or not, right? If you see, it is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is printed correctly up to 6 decimal places. Then it is giving me some random value 955. Okay, that means it is not supporting decimal values after 6 decimal values. Okay, that's the limit for float, and for double it is 15 decimal values. Okay, so I hope this is clear with all of you. Now what we are going to do is, let's try to display the size of each of these variables also. Now for displaying the size, there is one special operator called as sizeof operator. There is one special command that's available in C called as sizeof operator. Using that we can actually print the size of each variable and each data type. Okay, so let me try to do printf. Let me display size of char is %d, because size is a value, no, it's an integer value. Size is a number, 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 byte, so I have to print %d here, format specifier, because that's a number, right? So then I write size of, this is available in C by default, and then open a parenthesis, then inside this write the name of the data type. So I'm trying to print the size of character. Okay, so this will print the size of character, and just copy this and then make a copy of this, and then now we'll try to print the size of integer as well, int, here also int. The format specifier, all these things would be %d, because I'm trying to print the size, which is a number. Okay, therefore it's %d everywhere in this printing part. Okay, size of float, this also would be float, and size of double, this one also would be double. Okay, don't worry about this, size of is already defined there. Okay, and it will only do one thing, it will take one input. The input for size of is a variable name or the data type name, and it will return us the size of that particular data type. That's all. Okay, so let's compile this, gcc dtypes.c, and then just run this. Now you'll see size of character is 1 byte in my system, size of integer is 4 bytes. Okay, it is not 2 bytes. All modern day computers, almost all of them are having 4 bytes of integer size, and float is 4 bytes, and double is 8 bytes, as we have already written down this one. Okay, so with this note we are going to end this particular lecture. Here we have learned the basics about 4 data types, int, char, float and double, and we have seen about its sizes and how we can actually represent information using this particular data types. So that's all for this lecture. Thank you.